Hi, tonight I'm going to talk about some of my biggest frustrations as a mom that I'm sure if you are a mother, you can probably relate. I think the biggest number one frustration I have being a mom is feeling like there is never enough time. There's so much I want to do in the day. I want to spend quality time with my children. I want to keep up with the house. I have responsibilities as a working mom that I need to take care of. And it's hard to find that extra time for maybe quality time with husband, friends, relaxation time, exercise. There are so many things, and I found myself getting really overwhelmed with, it's just absolutely impossible. I need to freeze time, or please take my kids for a week, and maybe I can get caught up and then enjoy my time with them. I don't know if you've seen the movie Click with Adam Sandler. I will warn you that it is a tearjerker. It's not just a comedy like his usual stuff. But in this movie, this guy gets his hands on a remote control for life, and he can pause, he can fast forward, and he finds that the more he fast forwards and wants to skip through the boring parts, that his life automatically starts skipping forward, and he misses things that he wishes that he didn't. Well, I actually think I would do the opposite thing. If I had one of those things, I would totally abuse it because I would be freezing life all the time. I'd say, oh, this is a great moment, I want to pause it. But more importantly, I would probably want to freeze it just to get caught up. Like, okay, freeze life so I can get the house cleaned up. Freeze life so I can go for a run by myself. Freeze, and the problem with that is I would probably be like 100 years old while everyone else had not even aged at all. So it's a good thing I don't have one of those. Anyway, so I know that a lot of my friends who are moms struggle with the same thing. There's so much we want to do. And one thing that I'm really realizing is I need to take ownership for my own story and how I look at time and try to change my mindset. There are a lot of tools out there on stress management, but really what it comes down to for me is owning my story. One of my principles I need to look at, and maybe something for you to think about if you struggle with this as well. Am I saying my priorities are one thing, but yet finding myself spending time on things that aren't really a priority for me and my family? Am I saying yes to things that I don't really want to, that are taking up more time and time away from my priorities? Am I coping with clutter and that's taking up time because I'm constantly picking up papers and rearranging them instead of putting them away the first time? Or not able to find things because I haven't put them away correctly in the first place? So I've really been challenged in my desperation to get a hold of my time to really look honestly at myself. What do I do that trips myself up in terms of my time? How can I say yes to things that are a priority? Because we can always make time for things that are really important to us as long as we are intentional about it. And that's not always easy to do. It's easy to just get drifting through life and busy, busy, busy and never stopping to make time for the things that will be most valuable. And I don't want my life as a mom to just pass me by without being intentional. So that's something that I'm working on. A frustration, never feeling like I'm having enough time, but shifting my mindset to know that we all have the same 24 hours and it's really a gift. And if we can be present in the present moment and intentional in planning our day or our week, it can really make a big difference in how we view our time and decrease the stress and frustration. So just a word of the process that I'm going through, you could probably relate to that. So I will see you next time.